topsy-turvy, coming from the behind to the forefront. Tell me it's the busy season without telling me it's the busy season. Yeah. Sucking up some go-go juice. The Arizona hate tedder, as Jerry likes to call it. Which he does a mighty pretty job, I think. Having fill up out here on the side of the road. I was originally going to take the truck down to the tractor, but that was a bad idea. You can see that little wet spot right there. A trailer full of seed and a tank full of fuel, and Bob should have known better, but luckily I had a chain on the truck, chain on the truck, and I just took it to put the truck in neutral, hooked the chain to the front axle, and was able to pull it out here or pull it out there to dry ground. But we have adapted and overcome. This is a different feeling. Normally, I'm the one on having to do the tillage, and Dylan's normally waiting on me, but I never had to wait on Dylan. I don't know if I like this or not. The one thing we have learned about the Phoenix, if you're gonna run it in green stuff, you need to make sure that whatever you're running in, it's not very, if it's green, it's not, don't make sure it ain't very thick, because it will wrap that, and don't drag it through a mud hole with a bunch of green stuff on it, because it sure enough will make a mess. Dylan had to get the torch out and burn all that stuff off this morning, but if it's kind of like this, just, you know, it'll handle green stuff. It just don't need to be thick green stuff. Things we've learned is that we're gonna have to burn down everything if we're gonna run it. We didn't burn down any of our soybean ground, but we've learned that we're going to next year. Someone said there used to be fish ponds out here, or shrimp ponds or something. That's the reason for the whale and that little shed right there. Used to be an electric pole out here, but I think they done got it up. But I was planting beans this morning and had something break on the drill well. I pulled back up at the shop, and there's this big cloud of smoke coming from the shop, and I was thinking, oh no, the shop's on fire. But all it was Dylan burning off all that stuff. He said he took the torch and got to it, burned it off. But there ain't nothing wrong with that right there. Like I said, I was pretty downhearted on it yesterday. I was giving him a ride back to the tractor. Slingshot, engage. Shake and bake. I look like old Red Strike in the Kentucky Derby, coming from the behind to the forefront. Coming around the home stretch. We got the old, I apologize for the wind, but we got the old Phoenix here. Got her folded up. I know it looks like this thing's wrapped up, but you see, it slings that stuff out as it goes. Let's take a look at what Robert's doing here. Weeping. This farm was double crop soybeans last year. I had intentions of putting corn on it, and beans we picked up that other ground over at the lake. I wanted to have around 350 acres corn this year, and if I had planted this, we was gonna be right at 400 acres of corn. And on a normal year, that ain't that big a deal. But beans, you're looking at about $300 an acre to fertilize it. I decided it would be more economical to just plant soybeans here, and soybeans are a real good price. They're $15 a bushel right now. You know, if we can make, this is mid-May, so we should have the potential to make 60 to 65 bushel beans in the right conditions and environment. That's 60 is kind of my new number that I shoot for. It used to be 50, but I got a little more loftier goals than I used to. But you can see last year's wheat residue here. Now, I had intentions of no-tilling this, but the reason I worked it up was this right here. We did not get over here and get our burn down out in a timely fashion. Who's this? Y'all know anybody from Marathon, Florida? But this farm's kind of off by itself compared to the other ground we worked, so it kind of got put on the back burner on burn down, and this wheat headed out. So I come over here and run the Phoenix Harrow twice. What I was looking to do is just water this wheat down and get it down on the ground, because what I was afraid of with this wheat standing up like this, I checked it, it has made a seed in there. Well, when we cut that soybeans in the fall, we got the potential to cut them heads out of it and have wheat in our soybeans, and they could call that cross-contamination and not be able to get rid of them soybeans. So that's the reason I wanted to water this wheat down on the ground, so that it would start decomposing, and we didn't have to worry about that. And plus, you know, kind of breaks the crust up on this old ground, gives that old drill a little loose dirt to work with. Guys, with wheat $12 a bushel at the local grain elevator, old Dylan was awfully tempted to cut that wheat out here. So Robert can make 10 bushels to the acre. That was $120 an acre. He's on up out of here. Oh. Robert said this is a combination minimum till, no till, cover crop mixture scenario that only the Joyce brothers could come up with.